Okay. All right, so here's what we're doing. We're figuring out a chord melody for where have all the flowers gone. And what we just did is we identified the melody line in the first four bars of this song. D, E, D, C, B, A, G. G, A, F sharp, E, D. And now we're going to hook it up with its chord. So we have four chords, four measures. So we're finding our G chord. It's 0, 7, 7, 5. And we identified that that melody, we have to figure this out, by the way, note by note, no tablature, no arrangement. We're doing this by ear. The melody is on the A string. Throughout this solo, almost all of the melody is on the A string. Almost. There's an exception or two. So we're on the A string. And remember how we were talking a few minutes ago about this arpeggiated finger picking pattern? Here's the block chord, and I'm arpeggiating it. So watch. The next note in the melody is a D. Now, here's my little secret. You hold the chord down. I'm going to take my baby finger and place it in the 7th fret. That note is E, and we've written that down on the chart, so let that guide you. We're doing this measure by measure, note by note. So it's ba, ba, ba. Let's try that. Let me move in a little closer so you can see me. 2, 3, 4, Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. Because the melody goes, where have all the flowers gone? Let's try it one more time. 2, 3, 4, And you know, one of the keys to creating this kind of a chord melody, there's all sorts of different kinds, is I want to lay the harmony down on the downbeat. But the other three beats in the measure can be single notes, which is what we're doing here. So we have the chord, you could do the So you could strum down on the downbeat, da, da. So strum down, D, E, D. Try that. Da, da, da. 2, 3, 4, da, da, da. Okay, now we're going to move on to the E minor. And we found the notes where, of course, I have to take a running start, so be patient with me. Da, 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 da. Now let's look at that. We're starting with a G. Da, da, da. We're going to have to slide down to a C note. So I'm taking my index finger, which I have as part of the G chord. I'm letting go of that G chord, and I'm going to slide my index finger to the C note. And I'm sorry. Yeah, C note. Okay, and then I'm going to play that E minor. Well, isn't this good news? Because the note in the melody is in the E minor. We don't have to do anything, but just play the E minor. This is another reason why I want you to lay these chords down, because more often than not, the notes we want are in the chords and they're already down. Let's just try that part. 2 from the G. 2, 3, 4. E minor. Now the rest of that E minor is ba, ba, ba. So I've got my E minor here. Ba, The next note is an A. What do we need to do to get that A? Just lift off that index finger and just play the single note. Now guess what? Here, let me make sure they're all muted. We're going to a G note at the end of that E minor measure. Is there a G in E minor? Hallelujah, there is. It's already down. All we have to do is play the E string. I think sometimes doing chord melody is easier than picking out the melody because you have the chord to guide you. So here's our E minor. The melody note is a B right here. Then I let go. The melody note is an A, open A. And then we go to a G, which is already down because we're holding the remnants of that E minor down. And then you could actually add a little strum embellishment there. Let's try those first two measures. 2, 3, 4. Let's try it again. 2, 3, 4. Long time passing. Well, we got to go north. We got to go up to the Arctic here. But here's the good news. We're going to the 10th fret. It's a C chord. Do we have to do anything except have a piece of cake? Because all the strings are a C chord. Now we could have different voicings, and you could make it sound a little bit different. But let's work with what we've got. So the top 3 strings are open strings. Whoa! So I'm just holding down with my index finger, and the notes are a G and an A. Okay. Let's put all that together. 2, 3, 4. E minor. You know, that you know what I did? I just played the note. I didn't do the rest. Because Pete Seeger isn't here to get mad at me. So when you're doing a chord melody, you know, if you want to fill the rest with something, fill the rest with it. And I'm adding extra notes because it's our solo to do. Let's try that one more time, then we're gonna add a little bow to this, a little ribbon and bow. 2, 3, 4. Ooh. All right, now watch this. Oh, is that pretty? Is that pretty? That's so pretty. That's so pretty. We're going to think in terms of forms. The chords are D7, here, and it's different kind of forms that we're doing with that chord. Now, I'm going to make a G form with my index finger in the, let's see, 5, 7, 8, 9th fret. Here we go. This is the F sharp. Here's our melody. That, by the way, is a D. You can't play the bottom string though. It's dissonant, so I'm just using a block chord here. Okay. Now we're going to slide that form. I'm going to skip a fret. We're going to go to the 7th fret. Isn't that pretty? Let's try it again. 9th fret, slide, 7th. Now, we're going to go to the 5th fret, okay? We're going to do a modification of a D bar chord. We're just going to do the bottom 3 strings, it's going to look like a G minor 7 form. Now here's the G minor 7. I'm barring with my index finger the bottom 2 strings, and then with my middle finger 1 fret over on the C string. So the number, this is G minor 7, is 0, 2, 1, 1. Okay, G minor 7 form. Bring that baby up so that your index finger is on the 5th fret. That's a little D. It's not a D7, it's a D. We'll live. So that whole lick is, and you see what I'm doing with my right hand? I want to play all those chords. I'm block chording it. So watch right here. I'm holding my thumb on the G string, but I'm not plucking it. I'm keeping it muted. Let's try it. So let's make that G form, 9th fret. Is that the 9th? Yeah, 9th fret. I can't count if my life depended on it. So 2, 3, 4, ba, ba, and then that G minor 7 form. It's a D chord. Try it again. 2, 3, 4. One more time. 3, 4. All right. I want to put the whole thing together. Let me get a good setting. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm going to bring it down to 75 here. Okay, darlings. I'm going to play the chord melody with you. This is just the first line. And then I'm going to do it again, but I'm going to comp for you a couple times so you can try it yourselves. So here we go. A 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it again. Let's do it one more time. Let me comp for you. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Now, if this is too much for you, finger pick it. Or try to sing some kind of a melody or improvisational melody. So you have a solo that is in contrast to comping and singing. Or if you can grab just a little bit of this chord melody, do the rest of it as strumming or finger picking. All right, darlings.